Alright, here we go. So, if this doesn't prove that this is the best deck, I don't know what to tell y'all. I'm about to play against the unbeatable Rhongo Miniad at full power with the Shizu Tearlaments. And that's tough if you think I lost, my boy. Now, check this out. So, I go Kikalos. Kikalos is going to bring out Merly. That's going to mill 8 cards. I end up hitting 3 of my good effects right here to draw one, mill 8 basically, then mill 5 more. Then I go into Millennium Eyes Restrict right here. So I got a monster negate right here with the. Let's take a look at this board, this end board, right? Monster negate with the Millennium Eyes Restrict. I got a special summon negate with Rukalos. Merly is just a body on the field. If it leaves the field, then basically I can special summon or fusion summon. If I can get it off the field by a card effect. We got Exchange of Spirit, which I really wanted this in the graveyard. Suliak, and then Infinite Impermanence. And then we also have Kelbeck and Agito, which means I can send something back, a special summon back. So he goes numbers, eval. I negate that with Rukalos, of course, and then bring out Kikalos. So then he goes into Rhongo Miniat with a second one. And of course, I just activate Suliak right there just because I know that I can't use it no other time. Like, it doesn't really matter at this point. So I go ahead and use my Millennium Eyes Restrict to grab his monster. And then I'm going to basically set my win condition, which is Gravekeeper's Trap. Now watch how this all plays out. It's so funny because in his brain he thinks he's got me beat in the bag, right? All I have to do is get the field spell. Look, he attacks, does nothing. But all I have to do is get the field spell. Once I get the field spell, which is coming, I'm going to mill 5 right here. And then use Rainbow Bridge of Salvation to grab the tortoise and then the field spell. Now I can put the field spell. This will boost its attack to 500, like 500 more attack. Crash into his Rhongo. Now he's on a timer if he keeps this in attack position. Also, I have a way to deal with any other card that he plays because I can pop cards with the field spell. So that's a consistent way to pop. I also just hit Exchange of Spirit, which means that now that I hit Exchange of Spirit, his graveyard is turned off. So we got Mill 5. If this card hits the graveyard, his graveyard effects and special summons are turned off. Monster negate. We also have a monster negate here. We also have, this card doesn't really matter. I just need it in grave. Omni negate, Rule Kalos, special summon negate, kick Kalos, mill 5. Having this can't really do anything because of Rhongo. And then I can also pop something else if he does decide to play anything else on the field. So I'm just going to shuffle some cards back into my deck. And then activate Gravekeeper's Trap, again milling 5 more cards. And my opponent has 5 cards left in his deck. Now I only have 3 left in my deck, and he's going to activate this card right here. It gets negated by my crime. And then of course I'm going to shuffle these 3 back into my deck, so then that way I'll have 5 cards. Once I get Agito, I was going to send Agito to mill the last 5 cards in his deck. But of course, he does not want any smoke. He pretty much just scoops it up. So it's a GG's, my boy. That's how you beat Rhongo Miniad with the tier 0 Ishizu Tearlaments, my boy. Any deck that has like basically like hard to beat win condition, like if there's a deck that the Shizu Tearlaments can't deal with, just deck them the fuck out. That's all you gotta do. Like, that's all I do. Whenever somebody plays some shitty ass deck like this, bro, I just deck them out. Like, okay, you got this boss monster that I can't beat over. Well, don't need to beat over that bitch because you ain't gonna have a fucking card to draw. you about to deck out, boy. So hold that L, whatever your name is, hold that fucking L, you weak ass bitch. G, motherfucking G. Rhongo got smacked up by Shizu Tearlaments.